What if a Quetzalcoatlus suddenly appeared on the modern African savanna? Could it tear through the entire food chain and rule the skies once again? You hatch on the Ndutu plains of East Africa. The moment you take your first breath, you know this world is wrong. The smell is wrong, the light is wrong, and even the wind feels different under your wings. Every instinct inside your body comes from the skies of 66 million years ago. But the grassland in front of you does not match that world at all. Flying should be instinct, but your first takeoff fails instantly. Your wings barely open before your body slams back into the ground. The second attempt is even worse. A crosswind flips you straight into the grass. After failing again and again, you finally understand the problem. The air here does not lift your body the way the ancient world once did. Every breath takes more effort. Every takeoff burns more energy. What finally carries you into the sky is not strength. It is a sudden gust of wind sweeping across the grassland. You turn your body with the airflow and let the wind catch your wings. The wind does what your legs cannot. You wobble off the ground and truly enter the sky for the first time. Your view opens instantly. The grassland is no longer a blurry sheet of green. It becomes a living map in motion. Even the smallest movement in the grass is clear from hundreds of meters above. Then a hare suddenly bursts out of the grass. Your body reacts before your mind does. You fold your wings and dive. One drop, one strike, direct hit. This is your first real meal in the modern world. But one hare is nowhere near enough for a body like yours. The rule is simple and brutal. Smaller prey gives you less energy. Less energy means you have to hunt again and again. Some days, you catch 3 hares and still feel empty. Other days, you find nothing at all. Hunger slowly becomes your normal life. That is the price a giant flying predator pays when it falls into a world built around smaller prey. 1 month after hatching, hunger almost kills you. Even worse, a martial eagle has been watching you for days. It is nearly twice your size, and today, it finally attacks. In its eyes, you are not a future ruler of the sky. You are food that can still fight back. It dives from high above. Its talons rip across your back before you can even see what hit you. You have no experience for this kind of attack. All you have is instinct. You slam both arms into the ground and launch your body upward. Instead of running, you throw yourself straight into the eagle's attack line. Your long beak snaps shut in midair and locks onto one of its wing joints. The bite is not fatal, but it is enough to change the fight. The eagle screams and retreats with an injured wing. You are covered in wounds and almost too exhausted to stand. But the one still holding this sky is you. 2 years later, the hatchling that almost died under an eagle's claws is gone. Now your wingspan is nearly 5 meters. The thin bones that once felt fragile are wrapped in stronger muscle. But as your body grows, hunger becomes even worse. A hare that once kept you alive for a full day is no longer a real meal. The local hare population can no longer keep up with what your body needs. So you turn toward larger prey. The deer herds teach you the next lesson fast. You dive the way instinct tells you to. Fast, steep, and direct. But by the time you get close enough to strike, the herd has already scattered. You try again the next day. The result is the same. These animals are already used to attacks from the sky. They lift their heads often, scan for danger, and run before the threat gets close. The ancient ambush style written into your genes has no answer for this modern prey. You finally understand that a head-on dive is not enough. From that point on, you stop rushing into attacks. You start watching. You circle high above and study how modern eagles and hawks hunt. They do not chase in a straight line forever. They climb higher first. Then they fold their wings and let gravity create the speed. You copy them 3 times. You fail all 3 times. On the 4th try, you finally get it right. When a young male deer drops, it never even sees the shadow falling out of the sunlight. 5 years later, your wingspan is nearly 10 meters and your body weighs 200 kilograms. Your muscles and hollow bones have pushed this body close to its limit. This time, you lock onto an adult wildebeest. Normally, bringing down a full-grown wildebeest takes an entire lion pride working together. You do not need a pride. You only need one precise attack from above. You fold your wings, let gravity pull you down, and strike straight into the prey's spine. By the time the wildebeest hits the ground, the herd has not even fully scattered. From that day on, the rules of the grassland begin to change. Migration routes start shifting. Lions and hyenas begin avoiding your hunting range. The A grassland that once belonged to ground predators now has a threat above them that they cannot handle. 7 years later, you fly higher and higher, high enough that humans were never supposed to see you. Then one day, you pass dangerously close to a passenger jet. You are close enough for someone inside the cabin to record your shadow on a phone. A few hours later, fighter jets take off. They race toward the last place you were seen, but they cannot follow you where you are going next. At high speed, a fighter jet needs a huge open airspace to turn safely. You dive straight into a narrow mountain valley. The rock walls close in fast, and the pilots are forced to pull up and abandon the chase. Their engines scream as the jets climb out above the canyon. You tighten your wings and keep flying along the cliffs and terrain. That angle and distance are impossible for any jet that must keep its pilot alive. You disappear from their radar completely. Just as suddenly as you entered this world, you leave behind no explanation. After that, a no-fly zone quietly appears over the mountain region. There is no public statement. There is no official explanation. Only a new boundary line appears on the map. A line nobody wants to explain. Inside that line is the last place on Earth that may still be hiding an ancient giant wing. On certain nights, if you happen to look toward that ridge, you might see a massive shadow cross the stars. Its wingspan is far too wide for this age, but the way it flies feels like a message. It never truly left the sky.